Hello, good afternoon. How are you? This is Mary New Life Def 8. Kindly like, subscribe, and share. Today is Monday. How was your weekend? Mine was good. I had a very busy weekend. And then today we are on Monday. Yes, I'm always very busy during the weekdays. But during the weekends, I have a little break. Like on Saturdays, I rest from morning hours to 2 p.m. Then I go for fellowship because you from my videos you can see that I talk a lot about God, so it means that I'm always connected to things to do with the church. So I go for fellowship from 2 p.m. And then on Sundays I go to church, but I also interpret for the deaf in church. So yes, and then that Sunday again we had a fundraising in church. So it was a busy weekend because I came from church at 5 in the evening, and I went to church at 8 in the morning. So it was a busy weekend, but I thank God. It's good to be busy because an idle mind is the devil's work show. So yes, but I hope you are fine. I hope you had a peaceful and a fantastic week, and I always pray for you. And I wish you all the best. New opportunities, meet new people, growth. Yeah, and if you are going through some hardship, do not give up. So, guys, I just want to share with you something. Have you ever despised yourself? Yeah, that you can't do something and yet you are very capable, especially when you are around people that are higher than you financially, their living standards, and then you look at yourself and you think that I cannot do this. And then maybe those people, they are also looking down upon you, saying that maybe you can't do good, but you can do good and never despise yourself. I want to compare the earthly despising yourself with the spiritual thing when you are saved. Sometimes, not even when you are saved, if you fear the Lord in your life, there are some of us, they are not saved, but they fear God in their lives. Some people are saved, they claim that they are saved, but what they do does not show that they obey their God, they fear their God. And I believe that salvation should come with obedience to the Lord. But also, you might not be saved, but you fear the Lord with all your heart. So, I want to say that God can always speak to people. And it is true that God is not a respecter of persons. He can speak to somebody, no matter the circumstance, no matter how long you've been saved. Sometimes God can speak to you even if you've been saved for a period of 1 week only, but somebody has been in the salvation walk for even 20 years. But still, God can speak to the both of you. So, me as Mary, I really despised myself. And I was saying that, can God really talk to me as Mary? I realized that God was talking to me, but most of the times I despised myself. So sometimes maybe we went for the night fellowship, the kesha, or a kind of prayer and fasting. But because me, I go to work, I work, but during the evenings I go and sleep in the church. So in the morning they say that. Can somebody testify, or did somebody speak to somebody during the night? They say God speaks to us through dreams. God speaks to us through different ways, but also speaks to us through dreams. So I used to despise myself because I used to see people who had been saved for a long time, and also some people around us, they despise you. They look at you that this one is not saved. This one, she's still putting on earrings. This one is not saved. We especially ask that you are not living in a big town. One problem with Africans that we have is differentiating between Christianity and modernity. If because when you are in Rome, you just have to do what the Romans do to some extent. I know we are not of this world, but there is some extent that you can go up to. You need to connect to modernity. So when you are doing some things, but some people they're doing it in the, opinions also differ. So they see that, this one, no, this one is she really saved. So this had been my situation. So when God talks to me, when we go for these meetings, I don't share them because I now it's also affecting me. What's around you can affect you. So when God talks to me and in the morning the people say, when I went to rest, when I went to sleep, this, blah blah blah, God this, blah, and they pray over it. So for me, God used to talk to me, but I used to pray by me as well. I didn't share it with people because one thing, I'm a very shy person, by the way, to stand and talk before people. My job now has trained me to stand and talk before people. But before, it was so hard for me. But even now that the job has trained me, when I don't feel the pressure to stand, but there is need, I don't stand. So, and also with the thing that some people look upon you and say, this lady really saved, you know. But I'm the one who knows my personal relationship with Jesus, because being saved, you have your personal relationship with Jesus. So when people used to say I didn't say anything. And these things they came to pass. So how did I knew that God could also talk to me just like God was talking to other people? One day, God issued a warning to me, and I always regret this, but it's just that I didn't know, and I asked God to give me courage so that this may never happen again. And I also asked God to forgive. Maybe if I could have spoken this out, they could have prayed over it. Sometimes combined prayer, teamwork has a lot of impact than when you're working alone. So when we went to rest, we were praying that day in church, and we slept in church that day. And when we went to rest, and then I had a dream. I saw two coffins for dead people. And then I was so shocked. I don't know why I was so shocked. It was just two coffins in the dream. And then I was shocked, and then I just went back to sleep in church. I didn't say anything, I didn't do anything. I don't know why I was so shocked. And I think you will know why I was shocked, because of the impact that it later brought. And then I went back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep again, I saw the two coffins for two adults. And then I prayed. I revoked the spirit of death. I commanded God to I requested God to take care of these people, to send his angels to take care of us. I prayed for my loved ones, for my friends, for people that I know, for people in church, asking for God's protection, asking for God to forgive us if we had done something wrong that could lead to death. And then I went back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep, in my dream, I saw one coffin was smashed after I prayed. I didn't even, I prayed for a long time, but low key. You don't produce and just pray from the heart, but you are awake, because I also didn't want to disturb the people who were sleeping. So when I went back to sleep, again I dreamt about the two coffins, and I saw one being smashed. And after that, I never woke up again. I think I prayed, but this time weekly, and then I went back to sleep again, and the other coffin was never smashed. So it just stayed there. So in the morning, when we woke up at 5 a.m., so people are testifying, what did you see in your dream? And they are praying over it. I was so afraid to say, because I despised myself, and I said that these people have been in salvation for a very long time than me, because I'm a youth. And some of them, because I thought that the power of God in me was not that powerful. You see, how much I had worked for God, my salvation, how much it was guarded, it was not that powerful. So I was despising myself, and seeing even the youth that were testifying and say that they have so much power of God in them, unlike me. So why should I say what I saw? So I just kept quiet, and it passed like that. That was on Saturday, my friends. I wish I had talked. I wish I had never despised myself. So on Sunday morning, I went to church. That day, I remember I was late. I always get into church at 8 or 9. But that day, I went to church at 10. And I was in a hurry saying, oh, I need to interpret for the deaf in church, so I'm late. So when I arrived, the meetings had not yet started. So when I asked her what is wrong, the meeting is not yet started. Then one person told me, so and so is dead. Oh my God! That dream, I flashed back that dream that I dreamt immediately. I said, so you were with her in the prayer, in the meetings, in the prayer at night, the prayer that ended on Saturday. We were together with her. And then I dreamt about these two coffins, and they say when you see those, it means death. And I prayed, and one was smashed. I really, I really regretted that. I wish I could have told them the dream that I saw, so that we could have prayed. Teamwork has power. I wish I could have informed the church and the church elders, because when we are testifying about what you see in the night, dream, blah blah blah, even the church elders are there and they help us to pray together. And so that was it. Sometimes it pains me so much because I didn't speak. I always feel like if I could have spoken and we could have done a collective prayer, God could have had mercy on us. That thing could have not happened. But I despised myself so much. I saw that God could not talk to me. I just despised myself like that. And that's why I want to encourage you, someone who is outside there. I don't need to stamp my feet for this. I just want this words to sink in to your understanding, so that you understand this word, you take it be planted in your life. And do not despise yourself. There is greatness in you. You don't need to despise yourself. And God being our Father, he has no respect for somebody. No one is below or above the law for him. We are equal before him. Oh my God. I knew this, but I really did not take much value into it. That God can speak to anybody. Thank you very much, and God bless you. And please, I don't want anybody to despise himself or herself. I know that God can talk to anybody. God bless you so much. And please subscribe, like, and share, and drop a comment. See you next time. Have a good day.